Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New York Jets. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
We're going to set. Right, lady. I got you. I got you. Hey, watch it.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
On the counter, here's Bell. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. The Jets were 26th in rushing in the NFL last year. That's a big reason they went and signed Bell back on March 13th. And plays like that give them optimism that they can move up the pecking order in the NFL rushing ranks. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
That's complete. It's Bell. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Caught here by Bell. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Bell. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive line.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It'll be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
57. 61, matchbox lights.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Flushed out right. This short throw caught by Goddard. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Get him, boy. 20. Watch Sunday.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 42. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. Down there, 27 yards.
Well, partner, what do you think? I have a feeling both of us would have.
Sunday.
1st down, the run with Lynch. He will push his way down to about the 14. Pierre Desir in on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
Solid. Watch the safety creep. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
First down goal at the 5-yard line.
Ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Sanders. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal.
Check.
They'll go with the keeper, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And this is no good. Missed to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded at the 6. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run with Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Able to shake him off. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right on the 30. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of a team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. A good pickup there, a 22. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Wentz on the give to Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll go again with Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. On 2nd down and 4, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Darnold down to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Pilot, 64, weak. Check.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Sheds off the tackle. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Mike 54. Too little, Captain.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap and then to give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0.
Eagles 28, Jets nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get...
And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Here's Sanders. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard pickup.
On second down, it's Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. On second down now, it's Sanders. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great... No, not her at all. This
but
one of our
she's
guys.
singing, too.
No, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Trenton Canyon on the return. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Darnold on first down. Caught here by Griffin. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Philadelphia,